Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today we're discussing about periodic table, a constant in the study of chemistry. Over the next 15 minutes, we will dive into history, structures, trends, the classification of elements, and the latest discoveries in the field. The people behind the periodic table. The development of the periodic table is the fascinating story of scientific discovery. Dmitry Mendeleev, a Russian chemist, is often credited with creating the first widely recognized version of the periodic table. In 1869, Mendeleev organized the elements based on atomic mass and left spaces for elements yet to be discovered, predicting their properties with remarkable accuracy. However, Mendeleev was not alone in his effort. Before him, John Newlands proposed the law of octaves, which observed that elements display similar properties at regular intervals, much like musical notes. Although initially ridiculed, his work laid the groundwork for Mendeleev's arrangement. Henry Moseley later made a crucial modification by organizing the elements according to atomic number rather than atomic mass. Moseley's work, which came after the discovery of protons, corrected some inconsistencies which Mendeleev table and gave us the modern periodic table we use today. This contribution highlights the collaborative nature of scientific progress. Geographic arrangement of the periodic table. Let's take a closer at how the periodic table is structured. The table organized into periods, rows, and groups or families, columns. Each period corresponds to the number of electron shells in an atom, while each group contains elements that have the same number of electrons in their outer shell, leading to similar chemical properties. Group 1 and 2 contain the alkaline metals and alkaline earth metals. No further high reactivity, especially with water. Group 3 through 12 are the transition metals, which include elements like iron, copper, and gold. These metals are characterized by their ability to form various oxidation states and their vibrant color when combined in different compounds. On the right side of the table, we find the non-metal including the halogens in group 17 and non-noble gases in group 18. The halogens are highly reactive nonmetals while the noble gases are inert due to their full valence electron shells. The metalloids found along the zigzag line between metals and nonmetals exhibit properties of both, making them versatile in applications such as semiconductors. This arrangement not only categorizes elements by their properties but also reveals the periodic law, the idea that elements show recurring and or periodic patterns in their properties. Periodic table trends. Understanding the trends in the periodic table is crucial for predicting the behavior of elements. Let's explore some of the key trends. Atomic radius. As we move across a periodic from left to right, the atomic radius decreases. This is because additional protons in the nucleus pull the electron cloud closer. Conversely, as we move down a group, the atomic radius increases because the electron shell are added. Ionization energy. This is the energy required to remove an electron from an atom. Ionization energy generally increases across a period due to stronger attraction between the nucleus and electrons. It decreases down a group because of outer electrons are further from the nucleus and more easily removed. Electronegativity. Electronegativity, or the tendency of an atom to attract electrons in a band, also increases across a period and decreases down a group. This is why elements like fluorine are highly electronegative, making them very reactive. Electron affinity. This is the energy change when an electron is added to a neutral atom. Generally, electron affinity becomes more negative across a period, meaning elements are more likely to gain electrons when it becomes less negative down about. These trends are pivotal in predicting how elements interact in chemical reaction, making the periodic table an indispensable tool in chemistry. Classification of elements. Now, let's delve into classification of elements within the periodic table. Elements are broadly categorized into metals, nonmetals, and metalloids, each with distinct properties. Metals. Most elements are metals and occupy the left and the middle parts of the table. Metals like alumni, copper, and gold are typically shiny, malleable, and excellent conductors of heat and electricity. They tend to lose electrons during chemical reaction, forming positive ions or cations. Nonmetals, located on the right side of the table. Nonmetals include essential elements such as oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon. Nonmetals are poor conductors of heat and electricity and usually brittle when solid. They tend to gain electrons in reaction, forming negative ions or anions. Metalloids found along the zigzag line exhibit characteristics of both metal and nonmetal. Elements like silicon and arsenic are metalloids. Silicon, for an instance, is a semiconductor, meaning it can conduct electricity under certain conditions, making it critical in electronics. This classification helps chemists understand and predict the behavior of elements, especially in the context of their reactivity and the types of bonds they form. Newly discovered elements. Science is ever evolving. The periodic table continues to grow as new elements are discovered. In a recent year, four new elements were added to the table, finding the filling in the seventh period. Nihonium NH, atomic number 113, named after Japan Nihon, where it was first synthesized. Nihonium is a highly radioactive element with a very short half-life. Moscovium MC, atomic number 150. Named after Moscow, this element was discovered by a team of Russian and American scientists. Like nihonium, it is also highly unstable. Tennessine TS, atomic number 117. This element is named after the state of Tennessee in the United States, recognizing the contribution of the Oak Ridge National Laboratory in its discovery. Tennessine is a halogen but is far less reactive due to its position at the bottom of the group. Oganesson OG, atomic number 180. The last element in the seventh period. Oganesson is named in honor of Russian physicist Yuri Oganesyan. It is a noble gas but is expected to have properties very different from the lighter noble gases due to relativistic effects. These elements are synthesized in the laboratories under extreme conditions and have very short half-lives, meaning they decay rapidly into lighter elements. Their discovery pushes the boundaries of our understanding of atomic structure, like nuclear physics. In summary, the periodic table is much more than just a list of elements. It's a comprehensive tool that organizes the building blocks of matter in a way that reveals pattern and predicts behavior from the historic contribution. Of Mendeleev, Newlands, and Moseley. To the modern understanding of trends, the classification, and even the discovery of new elements, the periodic table continues to be central to the study of chemistry. As we continue to explore the table, we gain deeper insight into the nature of the elements and the forces that govern in the interactions. Thank you for your time, and I hope this presentation has provided you a clearer understanding of the periodic table. God bless and good luck with your studies.